What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about one of the greatest years in music history, 1977, and my favorite albums of that year. My Top 5, I think I whittled it down. Let's get right to it. At number 5, Saturday Night Fever, the original motion picture soundtrack, so incredible just for the Bee Gees songs alone. Staying Alive, How Deep Is Your Love, More Than a Woman, Jive Talk, and the list goes on. And then you've got all these other artists that contributed some great disco music of the time. This album, I think, was way better than the film, and I think it's really stood the test of time. A lot of people would consider it the best disco album ever made. And that is just at my number 5. So now at number 4, The Stranger by Billy Joel. You know, a lot of people would argue that this was his greatest record. And, that's really saying something, but I would have to agree with that. I mean, it reads like a greatest hits. You've got Moving Out, you've got Only the Good Die Young, the title song, Vienna, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, such an epic track. But my personal favorites are the love ballads, Just the Way You Are and She's Always a Woman, some of his best songwriting of all time. So that is just my number 4. Now at number 3, Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Such an amazing record. And Fleetwood Mac, I didn't really get into until a couple years ago, but this record especially, everyone knows this was their best. You've got Don't Stop, you've got Go Your Own Way. For me though, the best tracks are the ones led by the amazing Stevie Nicks, like The Chain, Dreams, Gold Dust Woman. Come on, man. This has some of their greatest hits of all time, and you just gotta have it on your list. So that is at my number 3. Now at number 2, Lust for Life by Iggy Pop. Such a great record, which contains my favorite song of that year, the title track. Such a fun, upbeat, rocking song produced by David Bowie. This whole album was recorded in Hansa Studios in Berlin, where some of Bowie's best albums came from. Of course, it also greatly influenced U2's Achtung Baby. But this album, man, it's just one song after another. You got 16, you've got The Passenger, Success, a great fun tongue-in-cheek rock song about success. Fall in Love with Me, which has a little bit of a disco vibe. And it's really cool to see where Iggy Pop came from the raw power days of the Stooges to a little bit more of a pop-friendly version of himself on this album and just having fun. So these songs are just so happy and upbeat and rocking. It's just a great, great record. And that's just at my number 2. So now at number 1, Marquee Moon by Television. Such an amazing record that I only heard a few years ago. Actually, while I was in a record store, I heard it over the speakers, the title track, and I was like, what is this? This is amazing. And then when I heard the whole thing, all the way through to Torn Curtain, which is one of the greatest closing songs of all time, I was just like, how have I not heard of these guys? Of course, they've only have, I believe, 3 albums to their name in total. This was their debut smash album that is really like a gem that most people don't even know about. But man, every song on here, from Venus to Friction, it's just so great. And the dueling guitars, it really kind of encapsulated the era of New York and the CBGB club scene at that time, which many other artists grew out of, like the Talking Heads, for example. But this album by Television was just lightning in a bottle, and it's just got a little bit of everything that I love about rock music. The Guitar Hero guitars, the vocals that are not perfect, but they have so much passion. Just a great album. If you haven't heard, you got to check out. And that is my top 5, guys. So let me know in the comments below, what would your top 5 be? I mean, there were so many great albums from that year. There were a few that I had to leave off the list, like Animals by Pink Floyd, Exodus by Bob Marley, News of the World by Queen, just so much great stuff. But man, the 70s, greatest decade in music history. We're going to be going through this decade every other week. So be sure to tune in. Top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.